inte fås någon i meru es meru ni alla sestra la jedes du la jestela fu esconi istela ma tu honzuku like on estema like on este is for sedan kaheru inu hime ya antanaku haku honke dunya vieskarabu so estela fu niatu osihei hantenika amatu kontahe sinonika sira saliente fosnan imeru es meru ni alla sestra la jedes tu la jestela fu esconi istela ma tu honzuku like on estema like on este is for more snön i meru esmeru ni alla systrar. Lajedes du, lajeste la fu, eskani istela matu hanzuku. Laikoneste ma, laikoneste isfama.
Conry, everyone, I made it. Hi, Reebok. Hi, Lure. Hi, Drew. Hi, Kinko. Hi, Okay. Hi, hi. And I hear myself double. How are you guys doing? Hi, Pax. Hi, Rubix. No, I don't want to bunk. I'm already tired. My brain is... my ADHD has used up all the resources of my brain and my... Yes, Merlin, I completely agree with you. Yes, Jinky is gone. Gon has showered. Let me find Lo-Fi Girl. Muted TTS. It's not muted. What do you mean muted? It's not. It's not. It's totally not.
Your brain is very Susie today.
See? Yes, Merlin. Oh, yes, what is it, boy? You want to participate in stream? Tell us, Merlin. You want to participate in stream today?
Gremlin.
You guys hear that? Merlin. Say that again. Yeah, I can Grablin. I can Grablin. Let me find Lo-Fi Girl though. Oh, yeah. He complained. He wants attention. He wants attention. Let me show him. He said, big gato. He wants attention. Come here. Oh, he's such a good boy. Yes, I got him. I also need to see. I see Oki on YouTube. Where's the YouTube chat? There it is. Hi, my eating hat. Hi, Oki. Hi. Hi, Black Belt Shane. Hi, I made it. Oh my god. I look about as tired as I actually look. In non-avatar. My brain, there was so much stuff going on at work since last week. I'm just basically running around and getting all the information, and the moment I sit down to do the other quieter tasks, which would allow me to rest my brain, new shit comes in, and then I'm running there, and then suddenly in the middle of that task, another one comes in, and... Eraku nayo! Kanri Kenji! And like, I am... like at lunch, today at lunch, my brain basically said, okay, we used up the chart. The temperature brutal. It's okay, it was pretty hot while I went jogging, but the moment the clouds covered the sun, it was actually pretty bearable. And I have Merlin in my arms. I think he missed it. I think he missed being in my arms like this. Because Gon comes home, Gon works. Gon doesn't hug her Katos enough. Yes, Merlin? I need to hug Katos more. Yeah, so... like... I take my meds, but like
Never settle.
never settle lurker. It felt like at lunch my brain said, okay, whatever the meds were supposed to fix, we used it all up. We used the entire resource up. You want cuddles too? Thank you for the 5 stream streak. Yes, madam. Did you have enough cuddles? Chunky boy. I'm just glad it's not 38 degrees anymore. And the house has finally, like the apartment block thing itself, the staircase has finally managed to cool down somewhat. Thank you for that, Pats. Well, it's like a part of me. I don't even want to read my own fanfic. I don't want to write. I just want to. Here's the thing. It's not like I want to play a game. I want to do something that's like steaming type of shit, where I don't need to use my brain, where I just like rest my brain. But we're not resting brain. We're writing today. Yes, kitty? Yes, kitty. God, he's so adorable. I've been blessed with this cat. Push-ups. Okay, that sounds like a good thing to do. Yes, madam, you want to do push-ups? Okay, go. Go for it. Travel. Propagate the floof. And the hydrate? I didn't even make tea. I have here some ginger bio iced tea. It tastes fucking great. I came home, I picked my ice cream that's like gluten-free, the fruit ice cream, the twister. And fun part, I accidentally dropped it onto the carpet. You know how the carpet is. It's full of floof. I mean, I vacuumed fairly recently, like 5 days ago. And then thankfully there wasn't all that much floof on my ice cream, but it was like, yay, time to eat floof. Well, that went well. Alright, push up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's also probably because I didn't sleep that well today. Is leg day later for me today? Hope I survive, especially after 2-week forced time off gym due to bronchitis. Yeah, take it easy. Like, if you haven't done exercise in a while, it's fine if you like take slow to build up the endurance. That's how tired Gon is. Gon is wah 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 wah. I think I also ended up doing a little bit of bedtime procrastination yesterday. Basically, it's finally cold enough for me to take a bath, because I'm not gonna take a cold bath. It needs to be at least lukewarm, right? And I took a bath, and it was like passion fruit mango scented foam. And I was lying in there and reading my fanfic, and it was so nice that I just didn't want to get out. I even had Arthur come by and scream at me. It's like, Mom, it's time to go to bed. And I'm like, yes, just 5 more minutes. An hour later. Even though I just drank so much water already, I need more. Mango is great. Mango is great flavor. Take it easy. I'll do 170 kilogram leg press instead of 200 kilogram. Yeah, I mean, if that's your usual leg press, then yeah, go for it. Sounds like a good idea to me. You need to see what taking easy means for you, not what it means for me. Because everyone has their own piece. For me, taking it easy with joggies is like doing like maybe 1 or 2 kilometers less. Kan du joina on Twitch? Joina on Twitch. Queen of awkward tweeting. Why is this thing not showing up? Yeah, this is why. Lynn? Oh, he complained again. Marlon, just come sit behind my back on the chair. Come here. We can cuddle like that. Marlon. Marlon, you big chunky floof. No, Arthur has arrived. Marlon. Come on, come here. Come here, baby. Come here, baby boy. Come here, baby boy. Sit with me on the chair. Sit with me on the chair. Be very floofy. Yes. Floofy pillow. Floofy pillow for my butt. There we go. And no, he doesn't want to do that. He's gonna scream at me to pick him up. Silliest boy. Anyway, let's review where I stopped writing this thing. Yeah, my day has been going alright. Hope yours too. I mean, it wasn't that hard. It was pretty nice. It's still pretty hot in this room, and since I don't want to disturb the entire neighborhood, I have to close the window while I stream. But it's gonna be fine. Alright, so for writing, we did enough dawdling because I also arrived late because I jog procrastinated. Oh, my brain needs to start. I want to take my time with writing the main fanfic because I'm starting a new arc there, which is like 70 to 80% original content, filler content that isn't there in the series. It's just filler shit. I mean, it's not gonna be shit, it's gonna be fun for me. And hopefully for whoever's reading that. But I want to take my time, like, getting, like, a better idea of what the fuck I'm trying to do there. So, like, I'm gonna take my time, which is what I'm doing while I'm on the train ride to work. I sit down and type. So for writing streams, for the next 2 writing streams, I want to actually finally work on the Heian era snippet. Because I really need help with that. And I can't do it while on train because it requires higher concentration than being on train. Like on train, I can take notes. I can take even notes or just try to map out the what the fuck is happening. But sometimes when I start writing, it flows slightly differently. So that's why I'll do quietly writing. But here we know what needs to happen. So let's quickly... Oh yeah, by the way, remember on the server I asked if I'm being that subtle with my hints about Hinata's identity? And I've been like, what chapter did I stop? Let me check, what chapter did I stop? I've been reading my own fanfic, right? What chapter is this? Chapter 5. I'm on chapter 5. And I'm like... 1. Hinata is a gaslighting, lying liar that lies. He's very fake, and I'm not being subtle about it. That he's faking his reactions, that he's just lying through his teeth, not even through his teeth, like butter wouldn't melt in his mouth. Fake ass Avu! And that's so funny to me because in any true way, that guy is kind of an ass, right? Right, Hinata? I'm talking about you. Talking about you, you fake ass Avu. And then people are so... Maybe it's just like my personal opinion, but it's like, I'm not subtle. There's so many hints that I found of my own. Like, him being entirely fake, like, faking... I'm literally... Okay, let me read you guys something. Okay, where's this one? Okay, that's another typo. That's me cooking. That's me roasting myself about typos. Where was this thing? Okay, this one. Why? Special great cursed objects not quite to your taste. You might slip scroll into a sneer. You just stared and blinked. He kept his face pleasant, affable, and friendly. He kept his face! Like it's a controlled action. It's a deliberate controlled action. Oh, I'm not reading that. The gaslighting part is... Damn, that was cold. Also, from an even earlier chapter. A waste, Yuji asks? That's true. When questioned about acting like canon, Yuji, just play dumb. People rarely waste much time getting angry at people who appear dumb either. Nobody bothers you. Like, these are all deliberate choices. Like, yeah, sure, he's smart, but he's also definitely two-faced. Pun intended! Another one that I take, he deliberately compares jujutsu sorcery, like magic, to things that are not alike. What actually we see in Jujutsu Kaisen that he knows is actually there. But by doing so, he strengthens his alibi as somebody who is ignorant and new to all of this. Like, he's being manipulative here. Hi, Contara Brazil! Which, like, I don't know, man. He's a cute Abu and all that, but like, he's a 10, but he's a two-faced manipulator. Somebody described Hinata in one of the chapters as Sukuna Light, and I was like, damn, that's so fucking accurate. Oh, this is the other one that I wanted to read. Yuji fakes his surprise as they walk up to the open double doors. The principal? What for? Screw it up, but he could reject your admission. Gojo growls in a sing-song voice as they step inside the building. Huh? Yuji exaggerates to create a bigger reaction. Like, I'm not making this shit up! You stole this book to library, huh? What? What are you talking about? I'm gonna hydrate, and that's gonna be my last gulp that I have ready. I need to make more. Alright, maybe second last. Alright, let's actually do this thing. Let's lock the fuck in. I ranted. I feel so much better. My brain feels so much better after ranting. Thank you, guys. Thank you for listening to my rants. Anyway, let's freshen up what we've been doing here. The shrine given to the monastery originally belonged to a noble, someone among the Fujiwara. Heavens no, there's too many of them. Said noble had a beautiful residence erected at which they would stay at. Should they need to visit this backwater hole in person? What Kenjaku has heard, they never did. That was a century ago. Hi, German Tanker Johnny. Hi, Conry. Hope you're doing well. A century of the residents standing around abandoned and unattended to, attracting curses like rotting fruit attracts flies. It's little surprise that sooner or later someone would be called on to deal with it. The fortunate thing is that this place is just 2 days away from the monastery. Winter is rapidly approaching, making travel harder. I wanna add something. Getting caught in a snowstorm is not how should I phrase it that it would fit the era? It's like on his bucket list, but there's no such thing as a bucket list 1,000 years ago. It's not on his list of priorities. Okay, then that flows better. The village chief's words about ghostly fires and unnatural Greek sounds very promising, especially since Kinjaku has run out of Shikigami and would very much like to recidify that. Preferably with something strong and useful. That's about all that is good about the situation. When Kinjaku passed by Shingen's office, he learned that they wouldn't be distributing new talisman paper until after the renewal ceremony. That's months away. And means Kinjaku's stuck with his dwindling stock and a tanto he has been permitted to borrow from the monastery's armory. One shot, he has but one shot to tame a Shikigami. Kinjaku grumbles wordlessly to himself. The other issue is a thing walking several steps behind him. And now we enter a slight flashback. The first time that they passed. Gonna be silly as usual? Yes! Actually, this is auto-translation. Gon being silly as usual, yes. Gon is being silly as usual, and Ishan usually silly. Always silly. Now my brain had trouble starting, like a tired engine, but we so back. At least we're doing editing. At least it's good enough for editing. The first time that they passed, Sukuna squirmed, mumbling disjointed protests in that quiet, breathy voice. But don't want to cause trouble and rocks. Better, walk around. Nightfall. He's cute. He's cute. What is it talking about? What rocks? I'm not some sort of thief that I need to sneak around the houses in the night. Kinjaku grounded and proceeded to follow the road leading straight to the hamlet. When he heard no footsteps following him, he turned around. Stop dawdling! I don't have all day! Kinjaku yelled at the obstinate fool. Sukuna winced, holding its arms close to its chest, and ran to catch up to Kinjaku. All the way through the hamlet, it walked with hunched shoulders and shrank into itself, lowering its head to hide its disfigured features from sight behind the beneath. Hi, Raider Kandri! Why are you biting your hand? Do not eat yourself. Do not Ouroboros. Or are the fingers that crunchy? Raider, are the fingers crunchy? Okay, that's it. I'm out of tea. Anyway, let's finish reading this. Beneath the Ichimegasa. Whenever they passed a person. Only when the houses disappeared behind a curtain of trees did the creature breathe a sigh of relief, its shoulders slumping. And while it did not raise any more protests, it still squirmed and trembled when they passed another settlement. Well, it's called finger food, right? Oh my god, I love these jokes. These are the jokes that I really like about JJK. It's like, all this agenda stuff is like, I'm so fucking tired. I'm so fucking tired. It's gonna be fine. We're gonna recover. Yes. Let's go. If that was all, then maybe Kinjaku wouldn't have had nearly as much issue with being saddled with this miserable thing. It keeps mostly quiet, bees, and doesn't complain. Wow, the requirements are insane. The bar is in hell. Hehe. I love it. Reader, translator says haha. But the real message says hehe. YouTube, what the fuck? Can I turn this off? I can't. Well, screw you too, YouTube. At least when I hover over it, I can see the real message. Ayya. And it shows the correct message on the stream record. Ayya. However, Kinjaku hasn't got much sleep. Sukuna's whimpering and crying had woken him up in the middle of the night. He's not sure if it's due to it struggling with the after effects of the poison or just nightmares. Funny considering it itself looks like something someone could dream up in a nightmare. Kinjaku eyes Sukuna who's walking a few steps behind him, while shooting their surroundings furtive glances with its 4 eyes. How in 8 blazing hells does it do that thing with moving its eyes independently? Well, at least that bit is convenient for keeping a lookout. Why gets translated video of this? I don't know either, Waiter! YouTube is funny! YouTube is silly! YouTube is sillier than me! It's very silly. It's an exceptionally silly platform. The residence is indeed built on a rather spacious location with a beautiful view of the mountains rising to the north of it. This thing is a reference to the 4 directions, cardinal directions that have like like in the north it needs to be a mountain, in the south it needs to be a pond. On one of the sides there needs to be a river, and there needs to be something else on the other. For it to be an auspicious thing. That's possible? I don't know. Is it possible? I think it's very silly for translating hehe to haha. It's like when I was playing Ark the Lad, Twilight of Spirits, and there's pretty late in the game when you have to play as Bibidora for that one little tidbit. You can talk to the villagers, and you have like 4 conversation options. The first 2 are text, and they're pretty clear. The third one is ha ha ha. And the fourth one is hee hee. I wish back in the day I could have like taken a picture of my reaction when I saw those conversation options. It's like, huh? Are? That was peak. No, seriously. Yeah, zizi. Do you know what that can translate it as, Raider? Black and white. I don't know either, man. Anyway. It is, however, completely wasted on the curses that haunt its dilapidated walls. Kenji comes towards the gates that are standing ajar. When Sukuna finally manages to string a complete a coherent sentence together for the first time since they left the monastery. Wait, it speaks up. Jaco, shouldn't we put up a wheel first? For a brief moment he considers ignoring it, however curiosity wins out. What's a wheel? He asks, keeping his tone neutral. Sakura's full eyes swerve to all look at him, then blink simultaneously. Oh, he's adorable. He's a dog. He is an Avu. He's a two-faced Avu. Oh my god. Hijako can see it mouth a silent what? What? That's exactly what he's just asked. Don't punk me, Rubik's. Black and white. Yeah, like the game. Not like the colors, like the game. Okay, the Gahaha is the white beard laugh from One Piece, and Zizi is the black beard laugh also from One Piece. What? Huh? Okay, YouTube is a One Piece fan confirmed. Bonk the gonk, don't bonk the gonk. And I'm out of water to hydrate. Well, I have maybe one tiny little gulp. Okay, that's it. I need to make tea. Nyobong. And thank you for the hat pets though. Okay, I arrived here. Great, let me go make some tea with ice. I'm sorry, this is not gonna be a very long stream. Water!
saliente poznan imeru esmeru ni ancestra la yedestu la yeste la fu escani istela matu hanzuku like on estema like on este is serán caer inu hime ya antanaku hatu hamke dunia escarabu so estela fu ni atu asihei hantenika amatu kantahe sinanika sira saliente poznan imeru esmeru ni ancestra la yedestu la yeste la fu escani istela matu hanzuku like on estema like on este is
Big Soul also drink something. Vader said also drink something. Ah, that's more like it. Oh my god. Hi Kenji! Hi back! I'm Dad! Hydration is great. I'm so glad I bought myself cold tea. Because it brews really fast, yes, Merlin? Well, now he goes hide in the... Okay, no. He's chosen this fate. He decided to hide in the kitty house. It means I placed kitty house behind myself on the chair. And now he's trapped. He needs to sit with me. And I can pet him with one hand and scroll with the other. Okay. It's a barrier of sorts. This bull seems to struggle explaining, waving its forearms about in a vaguely circular shape. You know, to hide the fight from civilians and lure curses out? Yeah, I think that person that invented hydration, I know, right? Yes. Kenjaku Bros pinch. Barrier. Raid Soren, hi, welcome! How's it going? Fox Raid, welcome Raiders! I'm Lyria, singing dragon idol VTuber. Whose brain is kind of tired, but today we were trying to write fanfic. But right now we're just editing. We're just going over what had been written and we're editing, and I don't think I'll be able to get anything new out. But welcome Raiders, let's give you a shout out. Yeah, my ADHD has reached the limit. Yeah. Oh, Uma Musume! Do you have a favorite horse girl? Because I don't play Uma Musume. Like, I vaguely know that it's basically based on real life race horses with their personalities. Maruzinski. Maru. Let me look them up. It's a Japanese bred thorough racehorse. Was an undefeated Japanese horse thoroughbred horse race and sire. His racing career was successful, winning all the races he entered. Okay. Uma Musume. Now let's see what... Oh! Looks cute! Kinda a little bit... Onesan? She's my boomer vibe. Yeah, she was so good they had to ban her from competitions. Nice. Harikitte iko. Fox Raid, hi Polaris, yeah. Okay, and now we need to have Soren have an Uma Musume outfit. More like grandma. Also, she's just like me for real. Understood. She's like 40 but tries to act young and hip for the kids. Oh my god. She's just like me for real. Bah. Okay, where was I? Here. A berry technique called Veil that acts to hide battles from non-sorcerers. He's never heard of it, besides. Why would you need to hide the fight from the non-sorcerers, he questions the logic. They pay for the exorcism. Obviously they deserve the show. Big acrylic stand. Got some merch of her, nice! Yeah, I was thinking, Soren, you need to wear some Uma Musume clothes. We need a Soren Uma Musume fan art. Soren becomes horse. Boy, girl. For a second. Oh dear. Yes. Okay, I think I finally managed to hide it. Kondri Shell, Kondri Tip. Me and Marzenski summer outfit. Yes. Do that. Okay. It can't be worse than eating the spicy noodles, can it? It was common practice for people at the capital, be they sorcerers or not, to come watch an exorcism like it's some sort of performance. Granted, if they were nobles, they would come with sorcerer bodyguards, and when not, well, if some of the onlookers were foolish enough to come that close that they'd get in the way, that's on them. Yeah! Oh, thank you, Raider, I'm back. Night shift soon. Gamba, Raider! Go slay the night shift. And soon, the last stand. The last stand? What is the last stand? Sukuna's mouth opens and closes, as if it's struggling to process the idea. Kachako huffs and turns back to walk into the residence, leaving the disfigured fool to scramble after him. For all that it's just housing outside of the capital, the residence is unnecessarily large. It was built in a much fashionable Shinenzukuri style. One central building and two opposing smaller ones on each side, that are connected by open pavilions. To it. Spain versus Austria. What is... Which part of that match is the last stand? Kinjaku huffs and puffs. Yes, Hanks, he does. He's very annoyed. He's very tsundere. He's very tsundere until he's not. Because when he's not, he's yandere. Guys, I'm so blessed. I'm scrolling with one hand, and with the other hand, I'm petting the kitty behind my back. And I think he planned this arrangement. Okay. It's very clear that it hasn't been attended to ever since the show and changed hands. The roofs are rotting and falling apart. The screens that are still there are hanging askew and half decomposed. Haha, well, let's see. What do you mean? For you, is it Austria the last stand? I hope you're doing well, Hanks. The entire area is drenched in cursed energy, making it hard to distinguish what belongs to the curse he's after. Oh wait, I skipped the sentence. Kinshiko isn't even sure if it's safe to step on the floors with how much weather damage there is. Oh, there's a kitty paw. The entire area is drenched in cursed energy, making it hard to distinguish what belongs to the curse he's after. There's splotches of paw prints all over the place. Kinshiko squints, focusing cursed energy to his eyes. The splotches seem to be a little more dense than the paw prints, so his target is likely to be using undefined limbs. Grade 2, maybe a semi-grade 1, if the density is anything to go by. The paw prints could belong to those weaklings crawling across the rotting roof. Kinshiko looks up at the sky. He may have a few more hours before it grows dark, and the curses become more active. If he's careful not to set anything up, he should be able to use the time to set up traps and the ritual. He better get to it. I take a potato chip and eat it. Is it that bad? Is it that bad? Is my writing that bad? God, my chunkster boy cat is so cute. I've been blessed. I like this arrangement. I like the arrangement of being able to pet my kitty behind my back and him not being able to escape. Alright. No, Shell, is it that bad? Which part of that is that bad? Kenshiko unties his Ichimegasa and leans it carefully against the wall surrounding the residence. Honestly, I feel like my prose is kind of repetitive, but it's like... It's kind of hard! No, I was referencing Death Note anime in response to your multitasking. Oh yeah, that is me. Yes, kitty, please. Yeah, kitty. The kitty multitasking, yes. Can you scroll up again? Yes. Which part? Kitty, I need to brush you. I need to brush you. He sits only quietly as long as I continue petting him. You're tapping with one hand while pet the kitty with the other. I'm not even really typing. I'm more like I'm scrolling. Okay, which part do you want to see, Hanks? Yeah. Because I wanted to continue. Because we're getting to the part where he needs to set things up, and it needs to be very deliberate, and then the fight needs to be really cool. But yeah, Raiders, thank you so much for dropping by, and if you left, well, if you left already, and otherwise you're welcome to stay, and if you need to raid and run, obviously, go do the thing. Hanks, did you catch up? Did you catch up? I'm gonna put ketchup on you. Kitty, I can tell there's nuts inside of your silly floof. Yes, it's okay. 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 Supina glances about in confusion, eyes darting between him and the small fries leisurely creaking dissonantly between the decomposing blotches of thatch on the roof. Ipigan. Stay quiet and don't disturb me. Kinchaka instructs sternly, keeping his voice low. Or, like, don't get in my way, is the other option I have noted. But the buffoon catches itself, clasping two of its hands in front of its mouth. Should we do something about those? It finishes in a hushed whisper. It motions towards the nearest curse, turning its head with a rattle, mumbling something about feasts and parties in between the noise. No, Kinchaka insists quietly. These things don't matter, and picking them out might provoke his main target to attack early. And he'd rather have the element of surprise on his side. Thank you very much. He's such an ass. I love them. No, behave. He's... I love this asshole. With those words, Kinchako takes out the talismans and studies his remaining collection with a frown. A few generic ones. Invocations of thunder and fire, repulsion and entrapment. He studies the area. The main density of cursed energy is concentrated around the Shinton. Highly likely the cursed spirit is hiding behind those writing screens of the main building like it's the lord of the house. Kinchako eyes the surrounding area. Eyes the garden. The overgrown garden. In front of the Shinden. Well, normally there'd be a path on the ground. A path? No, we already used overgrown in the next sentence. I forgot this isn't Twitch. Well, I am off to work, Mune7. Have a great work, Mune7, Raider. Raider 7. Come by the night shift. Unkept. How do you spell this word? It's not complaining about the spelling, so I can't be too wrong. Yeah, unkempt, it's correct. Yep. Kitty protest. Kitty bunked me with its head. Needs more pets. Needs more pets. Ay ay ay. I must do as the wizard demands. I'm being held hostage. Okay, where normally that'd be a path, the ground has been overtaken. Actually, I want to see overtaken by various grasses and weeds. If Kinchako can lure the curse out, he could trap it by hiding the array amidst the growth. Just has to stick closer to the Shinden. Eyeing the part of... So yeah, see, there's an interesting thing. Pet the floof. I will pet the floof. Raider Krampus 5667. I gave Kenchan a fear of water. Because when he was a little boy, his one of his adoptive brothers tried to drown him, push him into the pond, and basically was gonna let him drown. And ketchup fears water, yes, yes. And what you guys need to know is that, have you guys ever seen those kind of ponds that are so overgrown with algae? Oh my god, kitty. Ow! God, he shoved his head into my back. Anyway, so much overgrown with algae and water weeds that you can't tell it apart from grass. Because back when at one of my other workplaces, there is a part that went along the way where I used to jog, where I originally assumed it was just grass, because there was nothing separating the pond from the shore of the pond. And it was only by stepping closer that I realized that there's actually water. And if you weren't paying attention, I think actually somebody stepped into it. I was like, jogging past and somebody, I think, actually stepped into it, because you really couldn't tell it apart. It was that overgrown. And this is the situation here. And I was kind of like, technically speaking, it's a Shinrin-zukuri house, meaning there would be a pond technically. Eyeing the southern part of the garden, you can't tell if there's still a pond. If there's... Ow! Merlin! What is this? What is this breakout? Yes, he got his pets. Aggressive pet demander. Okay, let me unleash the cat. Come here. Silly. Very silly, yes. There you go. And now he left. Now he scrambles back. And he was shoving his head into my ribs. If there's a pond or not. Oh, yeah, there's a pond or not. And what I wanted to do, since the fight kind of unfortunately abruptly ends, as Kenjaku stumbles into the pond and gets dragged deeper by a curse inside the pond, he will have a flashback from his childhood when he was drowning and he heard his adoptive brother laughing, mocking him about it. Like, do it like a shitty comment. We'll just have to stick closer to the Shinen itself. So I wanted to leave it in. Funny thing is, when I was planning this part of the story, I didn't have this pre-planned. This fear of water. It was only when I started writing that swimming lessons thing, is that suddenly, all of a sudden, I got possessed and I typed out his childhood memory of getting drowned. And I was like, Dear Kenchan, when were you going to tell me that was part of your childhood? Why did you keep it from me? This just kind of naturally flowed out of me. And I was like, okay, well, guess the character told me. Love it when they do that, because it doesn't, then I'm not struggling to write them. Determined, yeah, this is bullshit. This is I wrote earlier, and I'm just gonna remove this shit. See, this is like some other parts that I wrote earlier. And I'm just gonna... I'm gonna remove it. I was taking notes on what I wanted to write because I had no idea. So the kitty has fled. It's probably outside on the balcony now that it's cooling down. Being a very happy floof. Alright, so... well, that plan of action. It starts placing the entrapment talismans in a circle between it starts placing the entrapment talismans in the grass. How do you say it to an individual grass? Singular glass stalk, grass. How do you call it? Stalk of grass, yes. Between the grasses. You know what, I'm just gonna use this word. Meticulously. I'm more perfect in the circle. The stronger the effect of the spell. Blade of grass. Ooh! Oh, between the... You know what, I'll just leave grasses for now. Between the blades of grass. You know, let's make it like that. Good one, Shell. The closer to a perfect circle, the stronger the effect. The closer the arrangement is to a perfect circle, the stronger the effect of the spell. The stronger the spell. Was there two these? Maybe there was two these. Okay, guys, here's a stupid question. Let's get paint. Paint Tascete. No, I probably use this one. Paint. MS Paint. No, yes, no, yes. Okay. So he's like placing these talismans, right? And it's like, wow, it's so circular and so even, and I am very much scared in the disushito. Whatever, man. I don't want to draw a big circle. You guys get the gist. Imagine it actually being even. So this is one layer, and I wanted to do like a second layer. That was like the outer layer. And here's the question. Would you place the entrap? So one layer will be basically aggressive spells, like attack spells. It's basically, it's gonna be lightning. He's gonna be basically shocking the curse in order to weaken it, in order to make it submit. like in order to turn it into a Shikigami. And here's a question. Would you place the entrapment on the outer layer and the lightning spell on the inner layer? Or would you place the wait, what did I say? So entrapment on the outer layer and attack spell on the inner layer, or an attack spell on the outer layer and the entrapment on the inner layer. What makes more sense? What sounds more effective to you guys? Akusia Conry, hope you're doing well. So which should be which? What do you guys think? Because I can't decide. I need to figure that out. Oh, finding gold on random YouTube live 2 a.m. Hi Zinfani! I don't know. I don't know if this is gold, but hope you enjoy it. I'm trying to write a thing for a fanfic. You might as well treat it as something original. Can you say that again? So I'm gonna, you know what? We're just gonna do this. So, where's the text thing? Okay, so we have A and trap, so outer entrapment, inner lightning, or B outer lightning slash inner entrapment. I think actually outer entrapment makes more sense. Wow, you can tell so much with this color. Wow, much color, so wow. Actually, now that I spell it out, because you need to trap it first, right? And then you can fry it within. A spirit, a curse, because we want to tame it and turn it into a Shikigami. Hey, yo, bro, we'll make a masterpiece for real, for real. I don't know, man. I'm stuck at the part where I need to write an action scene. We're not writing an action scene today anymore. It's just like what? I'm gonna stream for what, 25 more minutes before I need to go to bed because I need to get up at 4:30 a.m. But I'm trying to come up with the because there's this thing in Jujutsu Kaisen. This is for a Jujutsu Kaisen fanfic, or rather the background story of the fanfic. We do learn that there are non-innate techniques, but we barely learn anything about them. And from the context that it's implied through background characters, is that it's basically what we see in some of the common onmyoji stereotypes. And so I wanna, for this particular part, I wanna create a fight that looks somewhat impressive, basically, the POV character, to him it's like, if this were a visual rather than a story, I'd do whichever looks flashier. Okay, Hanks is saying A. So, since Giga didn't come up with jack shit for non-innate techniques, I need for this character to come up with non-innate techniques that I need to make it look flashy, and I need to make it look cool. I need to make it, well, not cool. It doesn't have to be bigger aura than the canon, but it still needs to be impressive enough that it's actually gonna impress the self-insert OC character. So, and the problem is that we're not in the self-insert OC character's POV, because that one is being kept a secret until a certain point. Because I gave him so much trauma, I don't know how to write from his POV. And I do like the mystery. And also, since the POV characters fucking Kenjaku before he discovers that he can hop between bodies. Like, the problem is that from Hinata's perspective, this guy ends up being someone who might be like Tsun, but ends up treating him nicer than a lot of other people. So in his eyes, he's a nice guy, but we have his POV, we see his thoughts, he's an asshole, and he's a little bit of a psychopath! Which makes it way more fun for me, personally. Oh yeah, okay, let's try doing this. We gaming. So we're going with Outer Layer. Let me delete this thing. I already have enough text files here. But yeah, that's the plot. Then he carefully arranges the. Wait, I need Yes! No, go back. This shit. No, I don't want you to skip to the tab. I want you to open another tab here. Come back, OBS. So, part of the stuff, since it's like this one, for example, is often used in manga, in onmyoji manga. The most funniest incantation about, wait, what was like on, when you, yes. This one's really funny. There's somewhere in this wiki there was a spell. Students, yes. Changes. Somewhere on this site there was a spell list, which was fucking hilarious. Oh, and they also had like records on who was in which high-ranking position. And this is so funny because yes, there was a lot of foreigners in the positions, and then we enter. We get our first Fujiwara. There's a Takahashi, whoever that was. Oh yeah, oh look at that. Oh, Sugawara, Nakatomi, whoever that is. Wait. Some more Fujiwaras. There's no. Takesada, wait, there was no. Kusakabe! That one was the funny one. Yes. Oh, we know that guy. Wait, what? He was the founder? I'm ignoring that. Oh wait, that means that Hinata missed the entire time. Wait. But this guy is also a vengeful spirit. One of the three greats. Isn't he? And Onryo. Wait. Isn't it Tairan Masakado? Huh? Wait, three vengeful spirits, Japan. Onryo, yeah. Yeah, he was! He was one! Also, Hinata missed him. Ah, okay. Wait, when was Emperor Sutoku from? Oh, and this guy was after. So this guy was after. Fun. Anyway, we're not here to learn about Tairan Masakado, though I should. Yeah, so Byakuya Kannon Hall, whichever even the esoteric disciples were said to have no knowledge of in those days. What is that? I don't even fucking know, man. This Wikipedia is both a great source. Oh look, all these positions being held by the Abe family. Oh no. Okay, there's religious ceremonies. Tools. Yes, the kuji. Yes. And this one is so fucking hilarious. This spell also gets used in onmyoji anime and games a lot. Kyukyun nyo ritsuryo, which oftentimes is translated. What was it translated in the Netflix anime? Like in an orderly fashion, like quickly and an orderly fashion, something like that. Execute quickly as prescribed in the Ritsuyo, which is oftentimes is not only in the Netflix onmyoji anime. In other stories, they oftentimes use this spell. And it was apparently used in esoteric Buddhism and all that, but... And Shugendo, which is, by the way, Shugendo is a fusion between Shinto and Buddhism, which is like, Yamabushi. Think Yamabushi. Those, mountain... What is ascetics or something? But yeah. The most funniest thing is about Ritsuryo is the legal system that Japan was using at the time. That's what it was called. So using this as a spell against evil spirits sounds to me is like, adhere to the letter of the law, bitch! Because why should a spirit care? And it's worth it at the end. This gets even funnier. Yeah, written at the end of official documents during the Han period in China, and yeah, there was the system was copied from and adjusted from China to Japan. I'm sorry, this is so fucking hilarious to me. This is just so funny. Oh yeah, there's the Jufu Reifu, which is basically the entire talisman stuff. Yeah, and the Shikigami. Make use of spirits, the most compelling theory since it just originated from Rikujin Shikiban, used in Onmyodo, being a divination tool. Shikiban is one of the most familiar items to onmyoji in the heaven board and the earth board. Yeah. Curse, excuse me, but are you? But you're not allowed to do that. I know, right? I said it's funny. It's funny. Wait, I missed that. For some reason, I thought Taro no Masakado was a little bit later, but I guess it was Michizane, Masakado, and then 2 centuries later, it was Emperor Toku, which is funny. They are listed in the opposite order in the Wikipedia. We wrote a few sentences. We're so good. It's okay. I wrote a lot during train rides for the actual chapter. Okay. Carefully. Then he carefully arranges a smaller circle up. Right, I opened this thing for a reason. Because Asman is invoking Bishamonten. Oh, but this one is fuck it. Fuck it with ball. Because I already mentioned the Bishamonten one in an earlier snippet, so let's go for that. A smaller circle of talismans. Invoking Shaman. He needs those to deliver to weaken curse enough for it to be tamed. Satisfied with this work. Basically, it's Witch Hat Atelier! I just realized. Dagger studies the buildings. Needs to block off common escape routes. Walls and entrances are natural boundaries. No. I'm stuck. I am stuck. I don't know how to write such smart characters. Can't concentrate on being silly, very silly. It's my Fugi acting up. But I really wanna write this, but I don't know how. Maybe we do this another day when my brain is fresher. At least we did some editing. Escape routes. So let's get paint. Let's get paint again. Paint to the rescue. So let me draw the area. Actually, that would probably be easier to draw in Inkscape. There we go. Just make it small enough so that you guys can see. So so this is like the overall area. There is a secret pond like over here that Kenshin can't see because he sucks. They have like an entrance that's here, that's where they stepped from into, and there's an entrance here. There is a shinden here, and there's like a smaller building here, and a smaller building here, and they're connected by like paths. Meh. Behave. Imagine this drawing is actually even. Actually, let me compare it to an actual Shinden Zukuri. So now, technically speaking, like, the complexes look much more complex. But it's like a summer residence of a noble that's like not summer residence, like somewhere at the ass. Actually, this is a really good picture. Let me show it to you on the other window. Okay, let me remove this one for a sec. So this is what the Shinden-zukuri type of architecture is. Like, there's a gate. Oh, but they are not like curved. But yeah, there's also like smaller pavilions to look out at the pond. There's oxcart shelter, this is where they come in. Earth wall, well, it's a normal ass wall for me. There's another one here. I guess it would look different. Maybe I need to redraw that for myself because I imagined it differently first. Let's get back here. Okay, let's say that's bullshit. Okay. Let's imagine it more like this then. Now we have no. Let's first let's say this is the Shinden. That's like a smaller house and a smaller house. And there connected. What did it look like again? Yeah, they're not very long pavilions, so that's fine. They're connected by these small pavilions. Very concentrated on being silly. And we go here. There's gonna be a font that Ken-chan can't see. And what would it look like again? No. Spear. Let's say there's be like maybe here, and then it's like a smaller building here. And for the sake of fucking symmetry, maybe something like here. And like maybe it doesn't go as far. And then the gates are more like here. Here. Actually, I'll just maybe I'll just remove this part. Yeah, let's say there's no extra stuff. Say there's just like, to balance the entire thing, there's like a smaller shed here. And the rest of this shit is grass. This is what it looks like. So, we got it. This is our battle map. I'm so smart. This is our battle map. Remember, guys, this is our battle map. So, the circle trapped the thing. Wait, I did this silly. Anyway, we know that this is a house. Do we though? Let's make this a proper house. Yes. Now this is a house. Okay, let's go. So, symbols. Now I just want to draw something on top of it. Image options. Alt text. No. Anyway, this is the battle map. So Ken-chan places the places his thing. His silly little circle of talismans. He places it here. Let's say he places it here. Like he wants to lure the spirit like here. Make it chase him, weaken it, and have it, no. Let's go red. I'll pick another one. Draw a black one. So this is the arrangement of the things. This is where he wants to trap the cursed spirit to turn it into a Shikigami. So okay, so if we go by the regular thing with gateways being boundaries. Oh, but the curse wouldn't be able to escape through the gateway for a different reason. Yeah, imagine there's a bit more space. But yes, exactly, that's the thing. Because what happens, I know what, I need to make the start of the fight be really cool, really flashy. But what happens, basically, kids manage to, he makes the curse chase him, he weakens it, and by making it chase him, he lures it into his trap. Meaning he needs to get, the curse is located in the Shinden. And he needs to lure it out into the trap. Meaning he needs to block the side buildings. Okay, that makes sense. Does it? Does it make sense? That's why I described the pond thing. That the pond is so overgrown that he can't tell if there is a pond or there isn't a pond. Okay, so goes for building on the left. Is there a specific name for the building on the left? Tell me, Wikipedia. There's a lesser Shinden and a Tainoya. The fuck is a Tainoya? Japanese architecture. The eastern and western Tainoya are subsidiary living quarters. Were attached by Watadono, white covered corridors, from which narrow corridors extended south, ending in Suridono, small pavilions. Created a U-shaped arrangement around the court. Wealthier nobles built additional buildings behind the Shinden and the Tainoya. We're not going in that much detail. It's a Shinden-zukuri building, meaning it doesn't have fucking walls. Because for some reason, 1,000 years ago, they decided they don't need walls. Everything is screens. I mean, there are walls, like one wall. This one is not gonna have walls, period. It's all rotting screens, half-rotten screens. And room partitions are done with, walls are very overrated, I know, right? And room partitions were done with painted portable screens. Like the ones that you guys know. That was before the entire sliding door thing became very popular. I mean, it existed already, but a lot of places basically use screens. I mean, peasants had walls. But that's something for peasants, I guess. Wait, I did describe the building earlier. I need to name the... Yes, yes, yes. Okay, footprints, blah blah blah. Yes, do not disturb him. Shinden is a central building. Central building. Course for the... Wait, how did you describe it? East and West, I know, right? East is on the right. As for the Western, no, yeah. First. Heads towards the Western China first. Worst case scenario. Technically speaking, he could make the curse chase him across Wantainoya. Oh, motherfucker. Okay. Imagine he makes the curse chase him around here. Onto here where the circle is, right? But when the curse starts to freeze, honestly, that's the problem. I don't really know how the fight is supposed to go. I thought I would take the inspiration from Shonen Onmyoji, but I rewatched the first episode of the old anime. And... woo boy! The initial fight that I was gonna use for inspiration here was underwhelming as fuck. In the new manga adaptation, they actually made it like... chase the boy around, but I can't find the new adaptation anymore. I found it once, I read it, and he did use traps there. Like, they weren't particularly explained. But like, it also wasn't a very extensive fight. It was a little bit more flashier though. That was basically a similar concept. There's a spirit and it chases them into a trap until the grandson of Abeno Seimei exercises it. Except in this case, it's basically Kenjaku. He needs to weaken the cursed spirit, and he needs to lure it out. Okay, let's write it down. Kenjaku. Let's go about this logically. Kenjaku's goals. Lure the curse out. Now, first of all, set up traps to weaken the curse. Lure the curse out. Make the curse chase him while weakening it. Make the curse chase him into the entrapment circle. So yeah, that's basically what he wants to see. What he's doing right now is basically he sets the battlefield, and he needs to set the battlefield. He needs to set the battlefield to his utmost advantage with what he has on hand, which is like enough talismans for a Shikigami ceremony. few generic ones. Read, you can use them for any spell at the cost of effectiveness. Some more fire and lightning spells. One. Cursed tool. Tanto. Basically, small dagger he's got hidden in his koromo, his clothes. These are your resources. And I need to make this look impressive as fuck to Hinata. The easiest way is, of course, for the curse to chase him here. But he also needs to weaken it. Let's actually... No, let's try this out. The fastest route. What's the curse's technique? It's basically a giant flaming skull. Let me see if I can find something similar. Flaming skull, yokai or something, or some shit. This is it. I'm basically stealing it from Shonen Onmyoji. Let me see if I can find it to take a screenshot for you guys. This is the old anime. I mean, there's no new anime. Let me mute this. Give me a second. Oh, it's loading. I love when it's loading. Okay, there's one past intro. Oh, damn. Okay. Well, it's technically speaking not as much a flaming skull, it's more like a floating skeleton thing. Let me see if I can find it. No, they still kind of make it cheese it. Wow, I can take such a great screenshot of it. Because it's very understandable what it looks like. Okay, maybe I can... Okay, let me post this thing. So this is it. This is the thing. Skull yokai. Gasha Dokuro. Maybe it's that one. Is a wrathing skeleton, also known as Odokuro. It's in modern Japanese mythology, which is hilarious because it's... Oh, that's funny! One of the first known myths of Gasha Dokuro dates back to the 10th century when it took part in semi-historical account. During that century, in Japan, Taira no Masakado! I'm looking at you. A prominent samurai from the Kanto region was ambushed one day by 3 of his cousins due to quarreling over marriages. Enraged by this, Masakado retaliated by burning down their residence, killing one of his uncles, Kunika. Taira no Yoshimasa, who was either Masakado's parental uncle or cousin, wanted to avenge Kunika and challenged Masakado to a duel. Upon losing the duel, Yoshimasa embraced his defeat, called upon Taira no Yoshikane, another one of Masakado's relatives, no shit man, who fought over the same woman. You guys need a new hobby! Well, I guess there was no video games, so that's why people were doing this kind of shit. Yoshikane, who was the assistant governor of the for the Kasuha province, was easily able to gather many warriors and other officials from his province. On the day of their battle, Masakado, despite only having around 100 poorly equipped soldiers, was able to inflict heavy casualties on Yoshikane and Yoshimasa's forces, which was estimated to be 1,000 strong. After his victory, Masakado was summoned to the imperial court in Kyoto due to complaints received about him. Fujiwara no Tadahira, Masakado's lord, however, most likely lightened his punishment and helped him get a pardon from court. In 907, where's the yokai? In 937, Yoshikane, anxious to avenge his humiliating defeat, once again battled with Masakado. Masakado, injured in the fight, tried to flee with his wife and Yoshikane's daughter. His wife, Yoshikane's daughter, but was unsuccessful. In 939, Masakado started a minor rebellion referred to as the Tengyo no Ran, war in the Tengyo era, Tengyo disturbance. Armed revolt officially began when Masakado attacked one of the central government's outposts in Hidachi province. Later that year, he conquered Shimatsuke and Kozuke provinces, claiming the title of Shinno. The government in Kyoto acknowledged his attacks as a revolt and put a bounty on his head. Taira no Sadamori, his cousin, and Fujiwara no Hidesato killed him in 940, decapitating him, and brought his head to the capital in Kyoto for a reward. Masakado's daughter, Takeyasha Hime, a famous powerful sorceress. Hello? Oh yeah, right, I remember that one. I remember Hana-sensei mentioned her. Guys, did you know that one of the... It's possible that it was the daughter of Taira no Masakado that's the reason for the 10 shadows. There's a lot of 10 treasure symbolism involved in the entire myth. Hana-sensei knows more about it, but yeah. Was infuriated at her father's killers for disrespecting him. She conjured up the first Dashadokuro with the boats of those who died in the battle along with Masakado to take revenge. Takeyasha unleashed the Gashadokuro on Kyoto. It ravaged the city until Masakado's head was moved to Shibasaki, a fishing village that officially became Tokyo. The head became a sort of demigod there, with a grave still standing today near the Tokyo Imperial Palace. But the print first appeared in 20th century. Wow. Okay. Giant skeleton made of skulls of people who died in the battlefield or of starvation famine. While the corpses becomes a Gashadokuro, the spirit becomes a separate yokai known as Hidarugami, which is not explained, and is 10 or more meters tall. Only the eyes protrude. And some sources describe them as burning yellow or green. Gashadokuro wander around 2 AM and attacks and eats humans when it sees them. When a Gashadokuro approaches, it is said to make a clattering sound with its teeth, gachi gachi. However, they are also known to be stealthy when approaching humans they wish to eat. The following characteristics are not confirmed by Japanese data. The Gashadokuro are said to possess powers of invisibility and indestructibility since it's composed of the bones of people who are already deceased. Those Shinto charms are said to warm them off. Otherwise, Gashadokuro will continue hunting its prey until its pent-up anger is released. Yeah, it's suitable to what I want to do with it. So clattering sound with its teeth. Let me check what I actually wrote here. Because I did have what he got from his reports. Yes. Talked about something being promising. Some stories about ghostly fires and unnatural clattering sounds. Very promising. Natural clattering noises. Sounds very promising. Okay, now we reference it properly. So it's mostly physical. It has a ghostly fires in its eyes. It doesn't have a proper technique. Like, it's not a special grade. The special grade is reserved for the second mission. And I need to go to sleep because it's 10, almost 10 p.m. and I need to eat. We'll get back to this. Not. So on Saturday I'm gonna do singing practice, and next week I guess I want to write more. I need to finally get this thing done because this is really in the way of me continuing with what I else have prepared for this arc. And it's just really this thing standing in the way between me and getting the rest of the arc going. Because I need to write something that's never existed in this universe, in story, properly. And I need to make it impressive, or it's not gonna make sense. Okay, where were we? Right. So, a dagger is probably not gonna go through. Well, it's a cursed tool dagger. It might. Oh, that would. Oh, wait. No. Okay. When a second Gasha Dokuro ambushes our dear Kenshan, he tries to stab it with his cursed tool Tanto. It gets lodged in a... Wait. Let me show you a picture, also a picture of what this thing looks like. Not in the anime. See, this thing. This is the thing. I haven't fed the stream yet, but thank you. It gets lodged. At least I may finish taking notes. In a creek in the skull. Like, I don't know if he's gonna try to stab. The point is, it gets lodged, and so he kinda gets. So basically, he stabs the thing, and the knife ends up getting lodged in the creek in the skull. And when the skull tries flying up, Kinjaku is basically taken with it. Or something. Basically, I need what I need. Kinjaku successfully traps one Gashadokuro. Gets ambushed by a second one. The second one ends up yeeting him into the overgrown pond where there's another, either yeeting him or forcing him to retreat enough that it's another curse. Or it makes him retreat enough. Inside the pond, there's another weaker curse. Genshan can't swim and is scared of bodies of water due to trauma, due to childhood trauma. So when the pond curse drags him under, he can't get out. Which is, we get to the point. Hinata saves him. That's the plan, that's the plan. I need to make a very impressive, maybe not long, but impressive fight between Kenshan and the one Gashadokuro. I need him to get ambushed by the Gashadokuro. That either makes him retreat enough for the spirit from the pond to grab Kenjaku's ankle and drag him under, or he needs to get yeeted by the Gashadokuro into the pond. Do you see my vision? Originally, before I researched enough about Shinenzukuri, I was gonna put him through several walls and have that be the reason why he passes out. But you know, it works so much better because Shinenzukuri, like, mansions usually had a pond. I mean, if you're rich enough, if they had a pond. If you're poor, it sucks. But with Genshin being scared of water, this makes perfect sense. I'm sorry, I'm being too silly. But yeah, okay, at least we got the approximate plan, and we wrote down what I need in words. The words are wording. The words are very wording. They're incredibly wordy words. Let's see whom we can read. I'm sorry, we didn't get far at all. But we found the name for the curse. It's gonna be Gashadokuro. Okay. ですね。I'm gonna send you guys to Isla on YouTube. And where am I gonna send you? Oh, this is gonna be funny. We could go. Oh, I didn't tell you guys. I met Anya and Chipanya. And at the Dokomi. They both revealed that they went. So it's gonna be funny. I read Ilo on YouTube and Tipanya on Twitch. But Tipanya is doing, what is Tipanya doing? Just chatting. Usually she does a lot of co-working. So I feel like it's a good enough transition. Dragon Idol read. Bye bye, Drew. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining and hanging out with me. And sorry it took longer because I really wanted to finish writing things down. I'm just gonna go pass out immediately after. See, that's because I was Control-C. And I didn't notice that I made a mistake with that. Lyria C. Lyria silly. Big stretch. Alright everyone, make sure to take care and I'll see you guys on Saturday for singing practice. Yay! Bye bye. Otsuru.